Navi.
So hard for Navi right now because they want to be able to go late game and kind of split the map. But it's really hard because fighting head on.
Do you think it's an outdraft, or do you think it's just because this lineup is like very Navi style?
No, I just think they have options. Okay. I think their options are a lot easier too. I think this is a pretty great game for SoNNeikO. For example, you have two supports, both aren't very greedy, and I find that both should be getting pretty far behind.
But bang on bottom lane. I mean, first blood just like.
But unfortunately, that's just not the case. One of the big downsides of the event here is that's not a real good offensive hero. Can't punish SoNNeikO getting caught out like that. All he can do is provide the turnaround.
It's still a bounty hunter taking up a lot of time.
Down bottom as well, making a jump onto General, digging the Firefly, 4 stacks onto Shoma the Slayer, and he will bring down the Venge and get himself out of there this time. General able to make the plays against this dual lane.
That was very well done by him. He understands that Venge can't really trade hits too much, so she has to rely on the all-in puck, and I think mid, no one's dead.
No one's dead again? Yeah.
There we have it, caught out when the orb's been already used. I mean, he's
try and get a little bit more efficiency out of this and see if he can take over the offlane while Bag is jungling.
I'm just going to try and make
it. She's going to die.
Yeah, first bit of lockdown, the burst as well. He will get the chance to get the shield out. We'll see if now we can break through it, and they can indeed. They will find themselves that kill. So, as you said, was hope.
Doesn't have boots, SoNNeikO just kind of saunters away.
What about a dual lane scenario with the Beastmaster instead of having him jungle from the start? Because Shadow Shaman is notoriously strong against solo offlaners, but against 2 heroes it becomes a different story.
Fiddle thinking about this, and they'll go for it again. No one getting caught without the orb, but Dendi finishes it off there with the burst. It's got to be the 3rd time.
Then they might like farm 2 or 3 people in the jungle. They'll be unsafe. They'll send their offlaner to your safe lane. Then at that point you can maybe get a kill or 2. But with this Roshan, Vega knows that Navi...
The initiation is everything at this point.
Let's see if now we can catch her out. Smoke will dispel on ditya-ra. Spots out Mag. The rest of them moving in immediate burst down. Actually dropping the Serpent Water. Can they cancel solo CP? They can't.
But as
they gotta get there fast.
Earlier, it's not the greatest kill in the world. Maybe with a long-range blink. Yeah, he's got him.
Yeah, they'll jump straight in. See if there's going to be any reaction from Navi. Any help for General. They'll prop the roar as well. Vega making sure that they get away with this kill. And they're just going to get themselves out.
Very good heroes to push down towers, except for the Shadow Shaman. So ideally, when they're going to try and get into fights as much as possible, but they turn one of those fights into a Serpent Ward push.
And this amount of burst here onto the Beastmaster.
That 5-man smoke, what did Navi get in return? They got an objective out of it. They went bottom, they got the tier 2.
Then around mid, onto solo, finding out behind the ult, but there we have no one jumping in with the Dream Coil. Aegis will be popped on ditya-ra, with a burst down, no one on the puck. And Navi, even ready to go for more. ditya-ra jumps in onto Mag, Aphotic Shield will allow him to turn around, pop the roar onto ditya-ra, but the burst from artstyle, the control gets the shackles, the swamp's there, but the shackles persist. Bursting through onto Shoma the Slayer, Navi find themselves another. There'll be a buyback from no one, looking to find something in return, but artstyle blinks up to the high ground. FF follows suit and takes down the Shaman. Now eyes onto Dendi, but he can't go for that kill. They'll have to hold back them. I mean, but for this kind of last 5 minutes of the game, General's kind of been in his own little world. But mid lane though, jumping onto Dendi, and General now turning up with the bots. Because of their spaces down, he's got a lot of farm, and he has got the initiation onto Mag. The swap's there, but it doesn't matter. Mag's already gone down. FN starting to fight back though. Takes down artstyle, now popping the BKB. FN just decides to TP, realizes he can't find anything more from.
They're not in danger of FN becoming an overwhelming force anytime soon.
I mean, what do you expect FN to be building next after the BKB? I mean, what achieve as and accomplish as this game does continue?
Yeah, you notice that Vega go for the smoke, and people might find this a little bit weird because they just got Roshan, but the majority of this is just all that thought.
Oh, they get the catch onto no one, and they will take down the puck of the sidelines. Now looking for more. Artstyle being focused by FN. Takes down one, now looking for more. The control General, that's so Mag drags him across solo. Brought down, the coil will be dropped as buybacks coming out from 2 members at the side of Vega. Navi as well getting Artstyle back into the fray with a buyback. FN cleans up a second. Double kill for the Slug. Solo looking towards ditya-ra. Shoma getting chopped down by Dendi Shakrap. FN finds General. They will kill the bat off as well. So buybacks being used by both sides. I believe 2 from Vega, 1 from Navi. But again,
they're at such a disadvantage that like these team fights are their only way to claw their way back in, so they're willing to float every bit of net worth they have to be able to win the fight, and they traded a gem over to their advantage.
He was thinking about a solo kill. In fact, he's going to have the back of a Dendi flying through onto Shoma, but FN's there on the backlines, kills off Shadow Shaman. FN maybe looking for more. Swap onto Dendi, but now Vega, realizing this is not the fight for them, trying to get out. Eyes onto Show the Slayers. Na'Vi chase down the Venge. Will finish him off. But again, FN adds another kill call that he needs. Still just on the sidelines. I think they did just show slightly, so pings are there. And Dendi now coming in with a vision with the Shiva's Guard. Will catch out Show the Slayer. Jumps in, Bench is gone. Quick pick for Na'Vi, and it's...
Point Vega don't really have options.
Simultaneously, the odds are against them, but this could be the comeback.
Oh, Na'Vi with the wraparound. Let's see how this kicks off. Jump in straight away. Dream call. Silence on Super ditya-ra. Pops the BKB. Crush onto Solo. FN working his way into SoNNeikO. The wards have been dropped. Shona's going to be the first to fall. Dendi on a monster kill. Mag tries to hold the back with a roll, but Dendi moves forward, cuts down another. But at the same time, FN, he's doing so much in this fight. Looking to chase down ditya-ra. Can't quite finish off the Slaughter. Armor totally going to keep the man alive. FN looking for ditya-ra
So
in
close
the
to each
tree
other.
line. Oh,
Nice.
no, gets the orb on. Finds themselves a third. Vega, 3 for 3 at this point. FN is going to look to come back in over the tree line potentially. Still hiding now. Starts to tickle away at Dendi. Dendi with a double.
Shields.
If Vega can take a fight here, this is going to be absolutely huge for them. Na'Vi already half health on Roshan. It's falling incredibly quickly. General jumps in, get the lasso with a
Nice
swap.
counter.
FN puts the BKB and now Vega, they're going to look to jump in. But ditya-ra already picks up the Aegis. FN, he's got to find a lock onto someone. Looks back towards General with a crush. They're holding FN in place for the time being. Mag taken out by the Dimidate from Dendi. And ditya-ra looking at FN, but the Dream Cop on the high ground. No one contending to them. FN jumps back in. Will pop the Aegis on ditya-ra. They've lost 2 permanently on the side of Na'Vi. FN moving back and around. Magic missile from Sugar onto SoNNeikO. FN jumps back in, looking for the bounty as he's going to find it. Another kill for the Slug. But ditya-ra and Dendi hot on the chase.
And you have 2 cores on 2 cores. You would prefer to have a Slark as one of those 2 cores.
Right.
Teasing with the mid lane. ditya-ra going to come in with a jump. Solo pops the ornament. They're looking for the turnaround. Magic missile controlling ditya-ra the roll. Coming out from Mag. At the same time, Dendi moving in straight away, looking to burst down the beast mode. But FN, he's already killed ditya-ra. Jumps onto SoNNeikO. They'll find themselves a second. And FN still alive on the backlines. Looking at me eating into artstyle. This Slark is going crazy. Triple kill for FN. Finally gets lassoed. But can they kill this man? Na'Vi, they've already lost 3. FN still looking incredibly healthy at this point. Dendi trying to do his best. He's killed off the 2 supports, but it's that issue where they just don't have the lockdown that you're talking about. Dendi looking for no one. He'll use himself up. We need to see FN come back in for Vega. He's looking out from the sidelines, maybe thinking about trying to help out this pup. No one. And he get himself out of this. Oh, he blinked. He has the orb. No one playing around it. General Will chasing down. Oh, again. Phase shift. No one. Creating a lot of space. Can't get out of that, though. And Dendi will finally catch the puck.
They have 1 disable on... Or they have he has 1 defensive item on the puck with the Yule Scepter, and they still takes forever to kill him.
Good luck. Another kill for this Slug. I mean, FN, if they can catch him, though. But the question is, it's a big if. I mean, FN, if he gets too greedy, Na'Vi, they might be able to punish him. But FN, he can just afford to do this. ditya-ra pops the BKB, but FN pops him. Dendi and General there, but they just can't control the Slug. He's out again. FN running around and jumping at them.
Yeah, they desperately need the Hex. You notice that Dendi... I really think this should have been his 3rd or 4th item.
FN jumps in, Dream Call onto artstyle and SoNNeikO. artstyle will get the wards out, the shackle as well. And BKB comes out from FN and he's ready to just continue fighting Dendi through the shackle from the sideline to make me pop. General gets the lasso up, but General's dead. Shoma will fall in return. It's a 2-for-1 favouring Vega at the moment, and FN still looking incredibly healthy. Starts to chip away at ditya-ra. SoNNeikO laying down the tracks of Dendi. Drill trying his best here. FN starting to steal the essences away. Solo and no one playing around it. FN has been hexed up, but they just don't have the damage to kill him. FN looking to move in onto ditya-ra. Shadow Dance comes out. They'll take down the Slaughter. FN continuing to just dismantle Na'Vi. They will finally lose Solo. FN eyes towards SoNNeikO. Jumps forward.
Catch Vega Squadron, and we're able to punish them for and push objectives.
Roche is going to be back up now. Vega did just
God, this is so bad.
Jumping in onto SoNNeikO. Blue FN looking to take down the first kill. They'll find it. BKB's being part of the Abyssal. Dropped onto ditya-ra. Now with the shack for the high ground onto Solo. They're not going to do too much. And FN ripped through ditya-ra. It's going to be a 2nd kill for the Slug. There's a buyback straight away from SoNNeikO, but Vega moving into the pit. They're going to look to take Roche themselves. They're going to get it at Slug. Oh, in fact, Na'Vi did end up killing Roshan.
Is is you can ignore Dendi if you're Vega. Like, you can lose all your supports, doesn't matter.
Shoot, FN jumping in onto Dendi. SoNNeikO, he's doing his first effort, trying to take down SoNNeikO. They'll find a bounty hunter down for 80 seconds. Shomo Mag being controlled. Dendi moving in with the chakra, burst down two. Looks towards Solo, but he's got the ult at the same time. FN's killed off a second on the back lines. No one hexed up. They'll find themselves a third Na'Vi. They'll look to Solo. They will kill 4 heroes this time. Solo's going to make the work for it, but they'll find him nonetheless. Ultra kill for Dendi on his Timbersaw.
You just can't kill him. But this time around, ditya-ra was finally able to swing his network around.
FN. No sorts of ditya. Forced the BKB at general. Actually can't even lasso. Brings him back. If Na'Vi can kill this, they've got the cross.
They don't have the
amplify's
disables.
down. The hex as well. Have they got enough to bring down FN? Dendi turning up with artstyle. They'll take the Aegis. They've got to do it a second time though. And backup from Vega is now jumping in. FN. He's turned up. He'll start to chomp away at the Timbersaw. Andy, Timber chains out, turns around with the chakrams. Can Vega continue to chase this? The rest of Na'Vi scattered around at the moment. Dreamcore's going to be dropped. They really want to try and find this Timbersaw kill. FN starting to chip away. General comes in with the lasso, but the swaps there. Shoma saving his teammate. No one popped the refresh of the Dreamcore again, but already the burst from Dendi takes down 2. Now they look to FN. They need the control, but FN gets the Shadow Dance out. He'll be able to get himself down to the south. Only the 2 dead on Vega at the moment, looking to try and control no one on his puck. Yours is up. Can he get himself out of it? The rest of Vega have bailed. They'll find the Shackle. Artstyle's got the control, and Na'Vi find themselves a third.
FN, he recognized that.
The worst possible target.
Yes.
Just because you're giving him free armor. Dendi's not going to die in a game like this.
Artstyle, he's definitely going to die. FN takes it down. Pops the BKB, realizing that he just can't allow himself to be controlled. In fact, just goes to general. Chop, chop, chop. The hex. Lasso is there. They need more control. Have they got it into the chakram? FN falling low, hexed up again with the shadow.
Can he die?
The cross comes in.
Oh, they got it.
They killed the slug. Dendi.
Navi's going to go for this Roshan pretty comfortably. It's actually going to be a silver edge for ditya-ra.
I do like this as well, though, from FN, of course, just training out the pots, putting them on the correct, getting himself a...
Bear the burden of this game now.
Yeah. You notice that everybody from the rest of the side of Vega aren't that strong.
Dendi, here comes the wall, time immediately jumping into the double. He couldn't keep himself alive on Artstyle. He will live for the timing. FN finishes off the Shaman, though. He did already get the walls down. Mag with the Ron's General controlling him on the back lines. FN with the Shadow Dance loads it down onto him as well. He's back to no one falling over. He swaps out. Shoma saves the puck. Solo, he'll get taken down as well. FN pulls the refresher. Shadow Dance has to get himself out. Buyback from the Abaddon. The Venge as well. They can need everything that they can to hold onto this fight. ditya-ra and Dendi moving in onto the Vengeful Spirit. Can they kill him for a second time? He's falling below the chakram. They'll do it. Shoma down for opponent. 80 seconds. FN, we can see we can get a lock back onto, but it's General getting the lock. Jumps in. Lasso wants to know what they've got the control. They'll bring down the puck. Puck buying back immediately. FN jumps in, starts to work their way onto Dendi. Dendi team chains away. No one looking to control. No D, but again, the Roar onto General. Solo moving in. FN jumps forward. Abyssal Blade jumps on the bat. FN finds himself the back kill. BKB pop turns towards ditya-ra, punching away, stealing a
down for 2 minutes.
ditya-ra falling down, loses the Aegis. FN's been hexed up, but they got the follow control. FN moving back, Bodic Shield protecting him as well. But Vega fighting without 2. They're going to be fighting without 3 now. Solos to fall as well. Vega only 2 left alive. The Artstyle giving Mag a little bit of a tickle into the fountain there. But Na'Vi may have just done it here. FN's trying his best, jumps in onto Artstyle. Artstyle gets forced back. They're going to save him the control. The dagger falls.
They got him.
FN is down. GG. Na'Vi have done it. What a way to start this series. Oh my goodness, boys.
Unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. I mean, both these teams, their backs are against the wall. Like, Vega Squadron for so long, we're left in this scenario where it's like, oh god, Na'Vi have such a big advantage. FN, don't die. Don't ever give up. Just play perfectly to last long enough that you can try and carry this game. But then Na'Vi, consequently, like, they end up going to the bitter late game against the Slark, completely 6-slotted, and still managed to outplay Vega Squadron in the team fights.
I mean, Blitz words.
I mean, that was pretty unbelievable.